Caden James, and you're listening to Spearlit. Take your life to the next level. Stop playing small. It's time to light it up. Hi, my friends. I'm so happy that we are on this podcast journey. If this is your first time listening, then you haven't been on the journey, but welcome. And for those of you who have been listening, I gotta say that this has been so fun. I'm a huge fan of podcasts myself, and I love YouTube videos as well. I love to learn. I love to fill my mind with good ideas and insights, and I feel like I'm a forever student, and I love that. So I thought I would hit you with all of those niceties before we dive into this, because for some of you, this is going to be triggering, because when you tell people to get over themselves, it's not usually looked at as a positive. But stick with me here, because I think you'll come to understand that this is said with so much love. So get over yourself. All right? And if that pulls something up for you, if that triggers you in any way, that's good. You know, whenever I find a trigger within myself, I'm actually excited these days, because I'm like, oh, this is where the work needs to be done. So for myself, if I heard the words get over yourself from somebody, especially if they were angry with me, that would trigger me. And the truth is, because I think that there's a slight suspicion in most people that we pay too much attention to ourselves. Now, I know there's some moms out there, and there's some wonderful people with really generous spirits and hearts, and they do everything for everybody else. But for a lot of people out there, you know, they might say that, it might sound nice, but we know that we focus on ourselves too. And especially people in the personal development world, it's personal development. That means we are developing oneself. And that can seem like it's an egoic pursuit, but the work we do on ourselves is actually a gift that we give to everyone around us, because we show up less triggered. We show up kinder. We show up more available to deeper interactions and to hold space for people who desperately need it out there in the world. We can listen to those impulses, and we are more in tune with our higher self. So when that inspired action comes in and we feel, oh, I need to go help this person. That person just asked me for change. I wasn't going to do it, but something in my spirit is saying, just do it. Trust that they really need it, and just do it. So whenever you have those little impulses and those insights, it's because you've created the space for the inspiration to come through and to speak into you. And I'm telling you, follow those impulses. You will be given so many gifts if you do it. And it could be a great conversation. It could be a teachable moment. It could be a learning lesson for yourself. There's so many amazing things that come from listening to that divine guidance. And the more you do it, the louder it gets. It's really powerful. But back to get over yourself. So I want you to know that if you are standing in your own way, if you know that you could create something that would be of service to someone else, and you're holding on to it because you're worried you're not a great author, maybe you aren't really good at spelling, or you don't have great grammar. You know, there's Grammarly for these things, but a lot of people doubt themselves because maybe they didn't get the best grades in school, or somebody told them something in the past, or somebody said they didn't like their voice, which I got a lot actually growing up. So how funny. Joke's on them, because now I'm making a podcast and I'm speaking to you. So that's freaking awesome. Turned that around. Made lemonade out of that lemon, right? So whatever it is that's going to light you up, because that's what we're about at Spearlit. We are about lighting people up. I want you to do it. I want you to stop standing in your own way. If there is a challenge in your life that you've overcome, if you quit drinking, shout out to all the people who are sober out there. If you quit smoking, if you lost weight, if you went through horrible relationships and then found a great relationship, if you went from not having a lot of friends and being introverted to having a great, thriving social circle, whatever it is that you've become super skilled at, that is often the thing that you can teach other people. And that's often the thing that you can start to share with the world. So get out of your own way. Stop holding yourself back and put your gifts out there, because there's people that are ready to unwrap them. These gifts, if you hold on to them, they'll never be shared. And the longer you wait, the more people have to wait for what you have to offer. And you might be thinking to yourself, yeah, people have already done this. They've already said that. They've created that course. They've made that program. They're already in that niche as a coach, but you aren't. And you bring your life experience, you bring your comedy, you bring your personality, your accent, your everything. You bring your essence into everything that you do, and it will be uniquely yours. In the beginning, it might feel like you're just running through the motions, but eventually you'll find your flow, you'll find your style, you'll find your voice. And I want everyone out there to find their voice. And it starts with getting out of your own way. It starts with facing your fear. It starts with getting over your limiting beliefs and realizing that these are just thoughts in your head. They're not actually real. And when you get out of your own way and you make it about them, the people who are going to hear your message, the people that are going to interact with your art, the people that are going to learn from you, when you make it about them, everything will shift because you're no longer thinking about yourself. I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about the people who will hear this, who have it in their headphones right now, like I do with other podcasts, like I talked about at the beginning. And because I'm thinking about you and I'm not making it about me, I'm creating better art in the world and people are getting real results because you can feel authenticity. You can feel when somebody is there to serve and to help you. And of course, I live an amazing life because of it, but it's because I put people first, before profit, before anything else. I put people, pets, the planet. I put all those other P's before profits. Here's what I want to say. Figure out who you most want to serve. Figure out who that person is. Print out a few photos of them, put them up in your office, in your cubicle. People might walk by and be like, who are they? And you're like, those are the people I'm going to serve. I have pictures of people around me right now that I'm looking at and I'm speaking to them because I'm speaking to you. Those are the people I think about when I'm creating content. Those are the people I think about when I pick up my phone and I'm going to post something. Those are the people that I think about when I'm creating a product that I know will serve them. Those are the people I think about when I'm creating a course and I really want to speak to them directly because I know that if I speak to a real person when I'm looking at that camera instead of trying to reach to everyone, I know that I'm going to really reach them on a deeper level. And when you're focused on them, magic happens. Incredible things happen. It could be at your office at work. It could be in your house. It could be anywhere. But put those photos up and think of those people whenever you're creating. And you can also do this with people on the street. I like to even just send love to people. People I'm going to pass, people I'm going to see. And really amazing interactions end up happening. I actually met a Reiki healer the other day who was like, you have amazing energy. And it's because I literally put that energy on. I was actually having a really rough day and I wasn't really just feeling my day at all. But I was like, I'm going to change my energy. I'm going to just shift it. I'm going to shake this out. I'm going to put on some music that feels good. I'm going to walk with a little more strut in my step. I'm going to feel good and alive. And then I met this Reiki practitioner who may be a guest on a future episode of the show. He just said that he would love to be a part of it. And it's really cool because he's actually cured himself of cancer through his energy work, through different modalities. And I'll let him talk about that on this future episode. But it was just an amazing experience because it was further validation that when we get out of our own way and we just make ourselves a force field of love and positivity, good things happen. We meet the right person. We have a great conversation. Healing takes place and opportunities show up. So get out of your own way. Allow all of that in because when you are worried about how you're going to look, what people are going to think, you're putting up barriers between you and what you can share. The universe is full of love, but we have to allow it in. And by taking down those walls, that's how we do it. So crush those walls. Get out of your own way. Get out of your head and go out there and live life. Thanks for listening, my friends, and I will see you in the next episode. If you're interested in becoming a coach or just knowing what coaches know, visit us at spirlit.com. That's SPIRLIT.com.